I literally thought like I just need to lose 10 pounds and like that's all I need. And it just turned out that I actually lost 20. I knew I was going to get results, but I didn't envision like getting like shredded and like six pack type stuff.
Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of the Kettlebell Guys, another special client interview episode. I'm on with my guy, Sean. Welcome back, Sean. And we are
Thanks
on
for having
today.
me here today.
And
Have
we are
you been
here.
on one of these in a while, Sean? I
Yeah,
keep
have
hearing
you?
Grant's voice and
Yeah, I've been on one. I was on the most recent one, but
okay.
Have you
yeah.
been on them, Sean?
No.
But today we are on with none other than our guy, Brandon Urech. Brandon, Urech, I said that correctly, right?
Urech.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, man. How are
Thanks,
you?
man. I'm great. Good to see y'all. This is my first time to meet Sean. So
Yes.
this is a treat.
This
Now I've
is
got a cell phone number. It's kind of cool.
Love that, man. I
That's
didn't even wear
exactly
sleeves
right.
for you. I'm sorry, but I like to go chest hair and freckles. That's the way I like to meet most people.
I love it.
So Brandon has been inside of KT. This is another client interview. You've been inside of KT now for 5 months, 6 months?
I think so. Started in I think April.
Right.
Mid to late April, yeah.
Yeah, so you're in your fifth month.
Yeah.
And so can you just give a quick intro of yourself, who you are, where you're from, how you found KT, just to give people an insight into who you are?
Yeah, which is actually pretty rare. Born and raised Houstonian. Most people in energy related kind of get transplanted here. This is just kind of where I've grown up. I went off to school in Lubbock at Texas Tech. That was the only time I left. But anyway, yeah, so I've been in the oil and gas business since like 2008. Man, I'll tell you, it's kind of a little bit about who you know. Like the gentleman that hired me, and I wasn't really looking for a job. I started actually in finance, and then I learned really quick that sitting behind the desk crunching numbers was just not my thing.
Same.
I just wanted to make some money. And then anyway, bumped into a guy that coached me in Little League football at church. I took my mom to church for Mother's Day, and then we got together and whatever, and then he's like, hey, I'm looking for a young guy with energy, whatever. And so knew nothing about the space that I'm currently in. It kind of worked out, and I've been doing it since 2008 and kind of worked up the ladder, and I'm loving what I do. And so yeah, so how I came across this deal was it was Instagram. And then I guess I was watching it for too long, and then your face kept popping up on my deal. And then it was weird. Something got me to kind of click on the deal, and then I was like, kind of set up an interview, and then I was kind of like, man, I don't know what I don't know what we're doing here. But then I just followed through with it and told my wife, I was like, hey, I'm doing this freaking weird interview with this guy on Instagram. We're in a fucking weird la la land. Oh, anyway, I did it, and then we talked, and then here we are. Like, so it was just like, you know what, I liked kind of what you had to say, and I've been like I was telling y'all offline or whatever, but I've always kind of worked out or whatever, but I lost the consistency. So I was like, I would kind of maybe be the guy like, hey man, just send me the program and I'll follow it.
Mm.
Um, you know, I want to be like held accountable. At first I was like, man, maybe not. Maybe I don't need the coach because I know I can be motivated. But I was like, man, let me just see this whole thing all the way through 4 months and see how it goes. We've seen how it went for the guys listening. Probably a month into before I was done with the 16 week, I was like, hey, I'm in for another year. We'll see that, but I definitely need I really want to learn the moves because I've, knock on wood, done this whole program like injury free. So just that was the whole point is like, I want to do something. I want to do movements that I can do until I'm 70 years old. And I love working out. And so like something I want to do and not get injured. And I was the gym rat, but like shit, I'm almost 44 now. And, pushing up the weights and the shoulders hurt and then the elbow, everything. So it's like, and I haven't had any of that. So that's great.
Amazing.
And like freaking, I don't know, you're supposed to like lose a lot of weight and all that, which I have, but like I've gained muscle. I mean, so
Yeah,
We've seen your photos.
verified.
yeah.
Photograph
So,
verified.
yeah. So anyway, sorry, that was long winded, but
No, that was great,
here
man.
we
That's
are.
why you're here. Can I ask a question about something you said though, Brandon? really caught my ear because this is a very common, especially for guys who have a history of training. They say, well, just send me the programming. I can do it myself, right? I don't need the coaching. And you alluded to like, that's kind of where you were, and you might have even gone down that path. What was the moment like for you where you were like, no, I am going to see it through and do the full coaching? Like, why did you actually make that commitment, do you think?
One, I think, first of all, I think I told you on a DM or whatever, but I had never touched a kettlebell.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So I just want to make, so I was like, man, I need someone to show me. And then I was like, you know what? Forget about my past. Like I've been on trending the wrong direction. So while I've never needed the self motive, like needed someone to, I've never had like a trainer really needed that. But I was like, man, I'm just at the point where I think I need a little accountability, someone kind of looking over my shoulder.
Mm,
And so I was like, let me just go in. Let's, if we're going to go spend some money here, like, let's just go all in and see how it goes.
man, that's huge. So you had to like admit to yourself, like, all right, my past is not evidence of where I've been trending lately. And now I'm in a position where I just see that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all in.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to rely on what has worked for me in the past. Cause I understand it. I mean, you mentioned you're 44. It sounds like you're in a much higher level role. I think you have kids,
Yeah.
right? So I'm
Three
assuming
kids.
busy shit there
Three
too.
kids in 15 months, man.
Wow. Yeah. So
So,
you got a lot more going on than you probably previously had when you were able to do this in the past. Not to mention what you said about, hey, now I'm a little older, maybe my joints don't respond as well to this heavy lifting.
yeah. But
Right.
then I just felt like I've been, the thing is you play like mind games with yourself, right? Like I have been in shape most of my life, played sports, always worked out, but then you start telling yourself that you're fine, like not a big deal. And like, I've got even like a Viore shirt and I'm kind of like pulling it out because it's my stomach's kind of pushing on the material and you're just like wearing clothes a little different to kind of hide you're just like, man, I don't have much to lose, but here you are, like you start looking back and like, man, don't like how it looks in the mirror. Kind of like changing, different outfits and whatnot. So it's just like, yeah, I was like, man, I'm falling in. Like, I entertain a ton for work, and dude, it's part of my job. But like, man, it was all mostly work related. But then I was like, shit, I am freaking drinking like 6 days a week and a lot. But it's like just not like, or I'm a member of like a private like country club and like take the kids out to dinner and it's like, oh, I'll have a martini or two or whatever. And then anyway, so just it kind of compounded. And so I just kind of fell off the wagon, boys. And so,
It happens.
yeah, now I'm back
It's
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are, dude.
Give for the people listening to this, like if you're watching this on YouTube, well, hopefully we flash your photos up on the screen because your photos are so savage. Like every time you sent me a progress photo and sent Ray a progress photo, I was like, God, he is just crushing it. So you just had a DEXA scan done.
I did.
Can you give everyone the down low on your results, where you were when you started, where you are now? Some insight there.
Yeah. So I went in, actually it's on this picture here. I went in late May. So as I said, we started in April. So probably what the results I'm telling you is like the body fat. So in May 28th, it had me at 20.2% body fat. That's a month in. So probably was higher.
Yeah.
And
Probably can't
then
feel yourself.
yesterday it was 14.4. And the cool thing too is like my lean mass, I actually gained like zero point 0.3 pounds and
Mm-hmm.
lost 12 and a half pounds of just straight fat.
Yeah. What was your total
And
weight?
then it said my age, my biological age is now like 33.
That is so savage.
So
Really good.
yeah, I mean,
What was your
nuts. I mean, I just can't. I mean, I'm actually blown away. I mean, you'd think I was like on steroids or something. So I'm not.
all natural? What was your original weight, Brandon, when you started KT? Do you remember? Were you like
I think it was
193 or
about
something?
193, 190, 193.
Yeah, I thought I remember looking at that 193. And what was your lean mass on that most recent DEXA scan?
160.
Let's see here. So, ball videos here. Okay.
Football videos.
Let's see here. Lean mass in on May of 28 was 141.66
Hmm.
and then yesterday was 141.90.
Hmm.
And then my lean mass in May was 185.87, and yesterday was 173.66. And then, but my body weight, it's got me yesterday is at 175.6. And then I wonder why that's not.
So you lost 20 pounds, but we're thinking it was probably like 9% body fat, most likely, because you were 21% body fat on your DEXA scan in May, and that was more than a
No,
month
it was like
into the program.
20.2. So it was about,
20.2.
yeah.
Okay,
So 6%, probably more because
probably more. Yeah,
we had a
probably like 8.
month.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's
Right.
savage, man.
Right, because you went you went from 185 to 173, but you kept the big thing when I saw your DEXA scan was the fact that you just kept all of your muscle. You went up a
yeah,
little bit in muscle, and just all you did was
yeah,
drop straight fat. Was
yeah,
it? It's like a 13-pound weight. You just like of body fat. You just took
yeah,
off your frame.
yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
so
really
good.
good.
yeah.
And you go from, so you said you had never really touched a kettlebell before to, I mean, give the listeners an idea into what you're doing now.
It's funny this morning. I was doing two-handed swings, and I was doing I guess it was the 44 kilogram, and I looked down and I was like, is that right? That's only 90. It felt so light, but it was like 96 pounds.
It's only 97
Like
pounds.
literally, I looked down and I was like, oh, yeah, it's 96. I thought I grabbed the wrong kettle. But yeah, and now I'm so I'm consistently now doing the get ups with the 40 kilograms. So I think I need to do the two-handed swing. I need to jump that up to like 48.
Yeah,
But
probably.
I did today was the 12 set one, and
Mm,
it, dude, it was not hard.
Yeah,
mm.
love
That's
it.
But
good.
it's a great, but again, I'm not, the thing is like, you don't want to get carried away because again, I'm like, I don't want to just like, I'm doing it right. I just don't want to like jump into and injure myself. So,
Yeah, yeah. But you've had, I mean, when you look at, you've been with us for 5 months, and so in that time, you've presumably done, what is that, 20 weeks? You've probably done 80 plus workouts, roughly.
yeah.
And you've been doing 100 swings every time you do a workout. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what the math is. I'm not that great at math, but that's over 8,000 swings that you've probably done. So it's not like you just like immediately jumped into
No, yeah. And
97
then the
pounds.
funny thing is I was doing like I was doing 16 kilo, like when I started, it was like
Mm.
16 kilogram, just like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
What are
anyway,
the
but
biggest benefits you notice from that increased strength, the leanness that you've gained? Like, what? Tell me about some surprising stuff, or just like regular stuff. I mean, what are you noticing in your day to day?
I mean, obviously, like, just feel great. You know, I've always been a leader, confident guy or whatever, but man, anytime you're fit and feeling good, whatever, you've got that, that confidence factor. Yeah, I mean, just what's crazy to me, guys, is that like I've been, the Peloton and cardio guy, whatever. It's like doing all this and like not running at all, like just walking. Now I did share with Sean and Ray, like I'm kind of psycho. Like I do what's it called? The
Murph, right?
Murph. I do that on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Like, and
Just
I'll
for
throw
fun.
in like then I add in like a 10 rounds of like some swings.
yeah, no big
So,
deal.
but dude, I can just like I do 10 set like doing pull-ups, wide grip, just I'm banging out 100 like it's nothing. But I was like, that was the one thing on the kettles. Like, there's not a whole lot of pull type stuff, so that was kind of. But it's just something I do, and it's really people are like you're like going nuts. I'm like, man, it's just something on a Saturday just to kind of get. Now it's just like just kind of get the blood flowing. I mean,
And
it's
you can,
simple. Like it really.
right? And and I mean, but that's an important point, I think, for a lot of people to understand, right? Is that you have the capacity to do that on a Saturday. I think part of that is because even though you're getting significantly stronger with the bells, like when you think about probably what you used to do if you played football, right? It's like you're doing powerlifting, you're doing Olympic lifting, you're putting up maybe 200, maybe 300, maybe 400 plus pounds. Now your very, very strong swing is 97 pounds. So it's like the
Yeah,
total load on your body. You still have everything that you need to go about your day and even to Saturday crush a pretty challenging workout and feel like you can show up on Monday again and be ready to crush it pain free. I
yeah,
mean, that's awesome, dude.
yeah. So, but other than that 1 mile jog there and back on a Saturday, that's the only cardio that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, it just and actually through this stuff, guys, I've really like become a geek into just like health and fitness, just kind of like when okay, so one thing when I walk now, I ruck like I do 30 pounds, like
Hmm.
so. But just I was like listening to podcasts about how these guys, it wasn't a huge study, but these guys that they would go in the mountains or whatever, and like they would lose like a fraction of muscle and just lose all this fat, and so and men were just kind of built to carry
Yep.
100%. And to walk a
and to
lot.
walk. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
that's what we're made for.
100%.
So.
Yeah, there's.
Anyway, so it's science, man. It's
Yeah.
again, like you say, it's like, dude, it's simple. It's like four things, get your steps in, get your workout in,
Yeah.
watch what you're eating, right, whatever, and just like it's really simple. And everyone says it, and everyone gets it in the program, but it's just like it's not rocket science, but it's just people just don't do it. But it's like, I mean, I get it why you've got the money back guarantee, whatever, because it's like, dude, if you just do it, the minimum, like obviously I'm doing a little extracurricular stuff, but like if you do the minimum, like maybe you're not gonna lose 6%, 8% in 16 weeks, but I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on physique and whatever, but it works. I mean, I know everyone who you interview like says the same thing, but like it's I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy now. I'm like kind of doing extra stuff because now I'm like, well, shit, I've gotten this far. Let's see.
Yeah.
Like probably at some point, even my wife was like, hey, dude, you look great. Like, why do you want to get down to 12%? And I was like, I think I just want to see if I can get there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that game. Just let
For
me see what it feels
sure.
like. Let me see what it
Yeah.
looks like. And
Yeah.
you might not stay there, but
Yeah.
it's good to know because I think then it just removes any feeling of like, well, where could I get to? Because once you get there, you've really beat the game at that point. Now you're like, okay, I actually felt great. It was easy to maintain when I was, say, 14%. I can still go
Yeah.
out and entertain my clients,
Yeah.
cocktail, and not really like measure what I'm eating. Because
Yeah.
the kids are like, 6, 7%, you're going to have to do that stuff. You may want to do that for a short period of time so you can actually learn what that is and what it feels like. And then you're like, that's like cool for like if I want to maybe take my shirt off on a vacation or if like I want to have a few selfie photos that I can bring
Yeah.
up and like, but it's like
Right.
if your wife doesn't care, then at 44 with 3 kids, it's like, what do you care either? It's not like you're
Yeah.
going shirtless in front of your coworkers,
You're right.
they'll probably look at you.
Exactly.
Oh my God, dude, you're freaking ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
already earned that.
Man, you look great. Let's
Yeah, we know
Sean,
that game. It's
Sean
fun though.
always
You
likes,
should push it though. I will say, I do think that you should go sub 10 just so you know, because then there'll never be that doubt in the back of your mind.
Well, now I got this competition for the team. Now I can't
yep,
let the team down.
Exactly.
100%.
You're a team player. I can
100%.
tell. A leader.
Well, in that aligns, it sounds like just kind of who you are, Brandon, because it sounds like you're just like a guy who likes to challenge himself. Like I like to push myself. No one does it for casually on a Saturday who doesn't like to just kind of push their
I
body a
know
little
it's
bit.
nuts. I've actually had a couple, but I have had some neighbors like join me, so they're like, "What are you doing?" Okay,
Fantastic.
whatever. So
Yeah. And as far as body composition goes, I mean, Sean likes to talk about this all the time, where it's like you just want to most guys want to be within striking distance. Be within striking distance of like, dude, if you have a vacation coming up that you want to get shredded for, you could do it in 6 to 8 weeks. Or you
yeah,
could take yourself to 10, 11, 10, 9%, however low. It's just a challenge, to take yourself all the way to 7, 6, 5%. It's just mostly a mental challenge more than anything else. And it's funny you say, I'm sure everybody says this. I mean, it's exactly what Stan said last week when we interviewed Stan on the last client interview. Stan's like, he's like, I can't believe that anyone wouldn't just follow the process, that they wouldn't get the
yeah,
results. You just got to do the work that's laid out for you. But I think you can't say that with such confidence until you've done it. Like Sean talking about you doing 80 sessions, 100 swing sessions, that's 8,000 swings.
yeah,
8,000 swings in less than 5 months.
yeah,
Like you just don't know until you do the work.
yeah, 100%. And coming into this deal, I knew I was going to get results, especially the financials, like better, but I didn't envision like getting like shredded and like six pack type stuff. I was just like, so this is way beyond kind of where I was expecting. It wasn't like, man, I want to do this program and I want to get freaking like jacked and ripped and like be down to like 14% body fat. I don't know what it was, but I just knew that I was going to do this and like I was going to stretch some weight and everything. And then I didn't think it was possible for me to lose 20 pounds. Even like Ray would say stuff to me. I was like, hey, dude, chill out. Like, I know there's some like bigger dudes that lose, like, I'm not going to lose a pound a week, you know? And sure as shit, dude, when you probably not, it was at that, for the first couple weeks, it was just pretty, I wasn't going down, whatever. But if you, you do the math, it's like pretty much a pound, 1 point something a week over the 16 weeks or whatever. So
That's a common thing for guys to not understand actually how much body fat they are carrying.
yeah.
Because it creeps on really slowly, right? And you weren't like at 193. How tall are you? Are you
5'10"?
okay? So at 193, it's not like you were like
Yeah.
there. You know, you weren't like, oh my gosh, this dude is really needs to lose some weight. But as you said, like you're grabbing at your shirt, you're like, you know, I can kind of feel my belly poking through. You're just softer than you want to be. A lot of guys are like, yeah, maybe I got 5 to 10 pounds to lose. But it's like, well, why don't you go get a scan and see that, dude, actually you're carrying like 40 pounds of body fat.
Yeah. Well, what's neat is that I got the selfie stick or whatever, like for us to do videos and whatever. And pretty much every week I was always videoing myself, just we're actually critiquing my movements or whatever. But I've got this like from beginning to end videos. I'm like, oh God, fucking, I know I was fat, you know, like, you know, but it is amazing seeing the same, like my Turkish get up, like 12 weeks ago versus where today, just like what it looks like form wise, and then like how your body is just like getting toned. I'm like, dude, it's
Isn't that
bad.
cool though?
And then my kids are like, because they also are like, oh, you're not, and then they see the before and after, like, oh, daddy, you were kind of fat.
They didn't know either.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's only because they didn't know what was possible. Now that
Yeah,
they see
because
what's
I'm
possible.
always doing the push-ups in the house and all that stuff, just like not consistent, and again, just not dialing into the diet and everything. And that's the other thing I appreciate. My wife and I years ago saw a nutritionist and we worked out, did all the stuff. Like I said, I used to really be into it. And then I did macros for a little bit, and I think Grant, you asked me, and you're like, "Did they work?" I'm like, "Yeah, they work," but you know, I just like did it for a month or whatever. Now you just like, and Sean, what you're saying is about not always measuring later down the road. But I did get an appreciation of like just the density of like a piece of chicken, and like, damn, I can get like 40 grams of protein and like 250 calories. You just kind of start to know, like, okay. And then you're like, shit, man, that my kid's like whatever Z bar. I'm like, dude, that's like 8% of my total intake for eating this little
Yeah,
shit air.
dude, it's awareness, right? It's like, wow,
Yeah.
stuff actually costs something when you look at it
Yeah.
like that. And you're like, do I actually want to eat that? Because like,
Yeah.
I know what that actually does and what it has in it. And if you don't have that awareness, it's like that those little things that you don't think are harming you. Those are the things.
It's like finishing their plates with Chick-fil-A and all that, you know. It's
Yeah.
like I don't do it anymore.
Yep. Yep.
And
Now,
what's crazy is I don't have the cravings either. Like I don't miss it or
right.
what.
That's to me. I wonder. Like I've often thought about that. I'm like, is that like a chemical thing, or is that like an awareness thing? It's probably a little bit of both, and also that
Yeah.
like now you're actually eating nutritious food, and so because you are getting the nutrition your body needs, you no longer have these same hunger signals of like, because you read about like, okay, that's why you're craving things, right? Because you're not getting the nutrients your body needs, so your body is sending signals of like, go eat.
Yeah.
But I think it's also awareness. It's like knowing, like, dude, if I look at that, I'm like, well, do I want to have 200 calories of some sugary bar that I'm still going to be hungry after, or do I want to have 200 calories of like some good lean protein with some healthy fat where I'm like full for the next 6 hours? It's like that's an easy trade off.
Yeah.
I want to make the right decision. How's your family relationship with? I mean, you mentioned your kids with like, oh, daddy, you actually were big, like, and your wife being like, you're already looking lean, like. What's the dynamic of like now Brandon is dialed in, he's lean, he's strong again, he's got the 33-year-old body of a 25-year-old. Like, tell me about this.
They love it. Like, you know, it was really cool. So I got twin boys. Tomorrow they turn 10.
Oh man, happy birthday, boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of them just loved, like, it was really cool. He told my wife, he said, you know, when I get older, I want to be strong like my dad. Dude, that's cool, you know? Actually, and then today I was like, don't pick that up. I was like, he got up for the morning and I was just finishing a workout. And I was just finishing up and just doing some pull-ups, and then he grabbed the 40 deal, and he's 10. I mean, it weighs like 60 pounds, whatever. And dude, I was like, be careful. And then he like just bent his legs and just did like a squat, or what do you call it?
Little deadlift.
Deadlift.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Amazing.
I was like, shit. But anyway, yeah. I mean, um, I know the wife likes it, whatever, and then the boy like they just like my son went for the summer. They went off to camp, and he's like, can't wait to see what you look like when I get back, type deal. And so, so the family's good, and then like. Tabitha is my wife's name. She's like, oh, here we go, meathead. Like at our club, you know, off the menu, I'm just like, well, shit, I pay all this money for this country club. I was like, they're gonna make me my food, and so I just order 2 chicken breasts and steamed veggies and no butter, and like it doesn't matter that at first you're kind of like, oh, I'm ordering like whatever, and then dude, I'm just feeding myself what I want, and
Man.
it feels good, and so anyway.
What
So do
about
you
entertaining clients? Because you must feel some of that as well, right? Like there goes Brandon ordering off menu and like only having one drink. How do you?
Well, like for there, I kind of just know like that. I'm not gonna make a big deal of like clients at a restaurant. I'll just kind of order kind of what I know is, like a steak, right? You can't go wrong with that. Like just like, hey, I don't want any butter on that, and I'll get veggies, and that's kind of normal, right? And then the drinks stuff is, yeah, I'm just kind of like nursing a little bit, you know,
Right.
love
than
that?
more than.
Right. It's like I mean, you can literally cut your consumption in half or even like cut it by four if you're just like, well, I'm going to take longer to drink this. And then
But
I'm going
also,
to,
yeah, and then also like I'm like, hey, I want to have 2 martinis, right? I know I'm gonna go do that. I go backwards, so I'm like throwing the 2 martinis in my my app, whatever. And I'm like, then you're like, shit, dude, 2 martinis does that anyway, and then just go backwards, and so like now I know what I can't eat throughout the day, so I might starve a little throughout the day, but just make sure I get all my protein in
Yeah.
and like make it work, and you're a little hungry, but you gotta just work backwards on that.
awareness,
Yeah,
right? And a desire to still stay within the guardrails that you've set for yourself, I think
right.
is important. You're not just
Yeah,
like, well, fuck it. I'm going to be out with clients, so everything's going to fall apart. You're like, no, I can have 2 martinis. I
yeah,
gotta, I gotta balance it out earlier in my day. And like, I
yeah,
know I might feel hungry, but that's all right. I'm
yeah,
going to get to dinner. I'm going to have a nice steak, slight little tweaks, right? Don't put butter on that. It's like, these are easy things, but
yeah,
if you're just aware and you actually want to comply to your stated goals and desires, it's easy to do. It just, most guys don't have any reason. They don't have skin in the game, right? You were like, if I'm going to make that investment, I'm going to see some results for it. It's like, that's part
yeah,
of it, dude. It's like, you got skin in the game. Like, you don't
yeah,
want to feel silly for having spent that. So you
yeah,
then do the things that like, oh, damn, it's that easy. Like, yeah, it's
yeah, yeah.
decisions. It's every day. It's every moment that you're just making these healthier decisions. So good for you, man.
And I
Thanks.
think
Fucking
it's
great.
interesting because I think where you were, Brandon, you're 44, right? So you're 44, you got young kids, and you found yourself like,
Almost January 44, but yeah,
okay,
it's
so
still
43,
43.
43.
Yeah,
43, young kids. And like Sean said, you were not in a spot where you're like, I need to lose weight because it's like, my health is in jeopardy. I got to lose weight fast. I think that that is almost like the hardest place for guys to be. It's like one of the hardest places for guys to be because those guys do what we talked about, which is like they're like, oh, I eat healthy most of the time, and I work out most of the time, but they just like they find themselves in the spot where they don't really feel this need to change. They don't have this urgency to change. And you made this decision to start this program, and then you realized, oh shit, what's actually possible for you. And I don't know
yeah,
what question I'm getting. I think we just talked to so many guys who are in that area where it's just like, dude, you have no idea what you're saying no to, what you like, what is possible for you. So I don't know, what kind of process did you go through in terms of like kind of slowly over time realizing like, shit, like I could really level up where my normal could be.
yeah. I don't know, but like, yeah. I mean, this has kind of become a normal, like the normal, right? And one thing I want to do, like, I gotta get, as part of this whole deal, I gotta get through the holidays, right? Like I'm building a dude. I've been doing it 5 months. I actually have a habit, right? But like travel and all this stuff, and just fighting through and doing whatever. But like that was another reason. I mean, I wanted to keep doing this program anyway, but like that was another, like, man, 4 months is great, but man, I've got like I want to keep seeing the consistency, and but that would be a big one, and I know we'll get through it, and it's gonna be a great like accomplishment that I'll be proud of, but like seeing this thing through the holidays, and then getting to like April and being like a year anniversary and be like, dude, okay, I'm
You've seen a whole year now.
I've seen it, yeah.
Seen everything that you're gonna see. That's such a crucial point.
But what I like is like, dude, Ray doesn't have to push me. Like, I'm probably one of his easiest clients, but I always got in the back of my mind that he's looking at
Yeah.
what I'm doing, right? And so I'm like, so just having that, um, is good. But I love it, guys. Like, it just can't be thankful enough. I mean, you guys are just doing what you do and what makes you feel good too, and helping people. Man, what a blessing to like come across you, Grant, and just seeing the videos, and y'all are passionate, love what you do, and this is your livelihood. But man, it just like I'm just so glad that it just came at the right time and whatever, and it's just, man, it's a life changer, and I know a lot of people lose a lot of weight and then they gain it back, but like I'm pretty sure um, this is the long road for me.
Yeah. And when you get through the holidays, you'll know, right? Because then
Yeah,
you,
Yeah,
man, that's
yeah,
it.
I think that's you made a great point though, because it's like you need to experience all these different things in your life that would throw you off track. And most of the time, you only need to do it right once to be like, oh, okay, that's how I navigate that going forward. And you might not always be perfect. Like you might have an event, work event, where like you get pulled into eating more than you want to, or like you
yeah,
have a few more drinks than you wanted to, and you're like, well, shit, I'm not going to do that again, right? It's like I'm a big fan of like how many times am I going to have to learn the same fucking lesson over and over again with my health and nutrition about like having dessert. Like Grant and I'll get banana cream pie to finish off after we had a couple glasses of wine. I'm like, well, that's probably not an everyday thing for me, but
yeah,
the longer you do it, the more you realize all of these different situations in your life can absolutely be approached from a much healthier perspective than most people are doing. But you have to be willing to not do what most people are doing in order to be
Yeah.
fit. Especially
yeah,
if you're entertaining and your country club and like all these things where it's like you just have landmines everywhere, and you're like, which
Yeah.
ones am I going to be willing to step on, and which ones am I just going to
yeah.
avoid?
And it's tough because everybody I'm around doesn't give a shit about their
Yeah,
health.
100,
Right.
percent dude.
Not,
That's
and so
Right.
then I'm like the kind of,
You're the
but
outlier.
yeah,
You're the outlier, and you got to be okay with that. And that was one of
yeah,
the things that we talked about before we went online, right? Is like that discomfort. And I think the discomfort for a lot of guys like us is like, we're the outliers, man. I got all these neighbors who are like, I remember meeting one of my neighbors for the first time. He was like, he saw that I was drinking a Michelob Ultra, and he's like, are you drinking that for health reasons? And I was like, fuck yeah, I am. Like, I'm not going to sit here and drink 200 calorie IPAs and have like 6 of these because it was at a block party and it was like noon. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm going to probably drink like 2 or 3 of these 85 calorie beers and then I'll switch to water.
yeah,
And it's like, it's just,
What
why? Because I don't want to be 235 pounds and like
right.
feel like my health is at risk at 40 years old.
Brandon, for you, what do you, when you say I get through the holidays and you say I feel like this is the long game for me? So we talk about sometimes the idea of a guy lowering his ceiling of like where he's going to go to from a body composition standpoint, from a health perspective. I would assume, you correct me if I'm wrong, that you would probably think right now that I'm never going to go back to like 22, 23, 24% body fat. Would you agree with that? Like I'm
I would
probably
agree with that.
right. Like your ceiling has now lowered to maybe 14% or 13% if you get there, 12%. It's like you're just like, I'm in a spot now where it's like I don't see myself letting myself go back to 23%. So
No,
why do you think that is for you?
I feel great. I like how I look, and shit, I just don't want to go. I just don't want to go back to that. I just feel it just feels good. It just feels good now. Yeah, and it's this is just the new normal, man. This is the new normal. Um, like the wife was saying, hey, you don't need to be at 12. Like, yeah, I probably, but I'm at 14, 15, right? Uh, Hume was a little higher than Dexa.
Interesting.
But anyway, but the 15, like the 14, 15 is these like great result pictures that you're showing. So like that's pretty good. Like now I'm just dialing it down just to see how freaking meaty I can meathead-ish I can be. But I kind of like I can maintain like now I've proven like I can maintain a fit and I'm still not like killing myself to have this physique. I'm not, I really am not killing myself at all. I'm doing everything I do. I'm just like choosing, as you said, Sean, I'm just choosing, I'm making right decisions like on the diet piece of that, hey, I'm going to just stick to these like 1, 2 ingredient type foods and, just eat clean, eat cleaner,
Yeah, cleaner. Exactly. It's not like you're perfect, right? I mean,
No.
I wouldn't imagine. In your workouts, I mean, do those feel sustainable? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
what we've been doing?
like, yeah. I mean, we have the gauge on like how hard it is. I mean, you know, and I'm sure it's gonna change, but now lately it's been like that was somewhat hard. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like 5 or 6, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, they're great, challenging workouts and everything. And again, it's like I'm telling my friends too, it's like, man, 40 minutes like tops, right? And I'm probably more like I do less resting in between just because I'm trying to like burn fat, I guess. I don't know, but there's a science to that as far as, Ray and I were talking about. You still don't want to like you want to let your body rest because you don't want to like get that energy source from like carbohydrates and you want to pull them from fat or whatever. But yeah, like I mean, even if you took minute rest or whatever, like 45 minutes maybe, four
Mhm.
times a week, it's like,
You can
dude,
go
and I
out.
love it. I enjoy it. Like I'm not like I'm kind of like, man, what's tomorrow? Like can't wait for that workout or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just really it's the workouts are easy. I mean, they're challenging. They're challenging, but what I mean is like you get it done in 40, 40, 35, 45 minutes and do those 4 times a week, wherever, whichever days you want to pick. And it just builds on each other. You
Exactly.
guys know, I mean, I'm preaching the choir, but
I
I'm
do.
sure y'all love hearing it.
Do.
So,
Swing or get
so
up?
yeah, excuse me,
Swing or get up? Which one's your favorite?
probably get up.
Why is that?
It's just challenging, like, because I just love the challenge. I mean, it's like, it's just really a methodical meditating. There's no fast way to do it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do it fast, but like, it's a cool workout. But dude, I'll tell you, I'm probably a weirdo, but like, I love some heavy ass goblet squats
You are a weirdo.
all the way down, go all the way down and just freaking,
You
My
and Grant can
man.
be buddies there. You
My
can't
yeah,
start that
man.
one. I'll
yeah,
My man.
sideline that one.
yeah. Let's just meet out. Let's go.
Oh man, Brandon, appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Really cool to hear
I,
your story. What would you say to a guy who is in the position you're in? Where I mean, Grant was kind of alluding to it before, but like, there's a lot of guys who join our program with a lot of weight to lose. Their health is really on the line. You weren't there. It doesn't sound like you were more
right.
looking for like, dude, I can feel myself going in the wrong direction. I'm ready to optimize. I want to go all in. Like, what would you say to that high performing guy like you who feels like, nah, it's not that bad, but like maybe he's still,
Yeah.
like, dude, but I could be so much better. What are you saying to those?
Yeah. No, I'd say that, man, like I said earlier, you kind of play like Jedi mind tricks with yourself that you're fine and are you gonna die tomorrow? No, but like, man, the health part is really important, especially with family and everything, and you just gotta be at your best. And one thing that you guys have said before is just kind of like you're making an investment now, but you're putting the dollars in now instead of in the future when you've got diabetes or whatever and you're going to the hospital, you've got like health issues because you haven't taken care of your diet, right? And so I just say that, it's an investment, but you're investing into your health. I mean, you can see thousands of dollars go away in just like clothes and bar tabs and fun hobbies or whatever. The results, you'll get them, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. It just kind of takes that being consistent, being persistent, and just seeing through, you're not going to see instant results. You might see, but like things just stack upon each other and they stack and that's what they did for me. Nothing, I'm walking every day. 7,500 steps when I'm working out, 10,000 steps when I'm not working out. I mean, it's no running, no, not getting on the bike, whatever, just, and, kind of definitely watching what you eat, but man, like you just do the minimum stuff and, um, you'll get there. And whether you've got like 100 pounds to lose or 20 pounds to lose, like I literally thought like most I could I just need to lose 10 pounds and like that's all I need. And it just turned out that I actually lost 20. And so I tell everyone out there just that like it's an easy program to follow. And if you follow the steps, the results will happen like without a doubt. And shit, I'll give the money back, guaranteed too. I mean, so it's just it's that simple. But one thing I will tell you, Grant, is that one of your podcasts, I think it was like January 13th of last year, kind of laying out the 6 phases or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, that's for the guy that works out or whatever. Like, I didn't really want to need to hear like, hey, you're gonna lose a lot, get you in the best shape or whatever. But like it kind of breaks down from like phase 1 through 6 and like three, 3 or 4 years. Like this is kind of the roadmap. And this is like step by step how you get there. When I heard I heard that after I had already signed up, but I was like, man, had I heard that speech, I was like, I would have been in even like faster.
Interesting. Yeah, that's how you
So
get
I
the
just,
performer. Yeah.
but yeah, so it was kind of like, hey, here's your fucking roadmap. We're gonna start here. You're not gonna do, and then, we'll get through here 16 weeks. Then, there's this next phase and this next phase and this next phase, and there's like 10 exercises that you're gonna like master, and then, and so I want to, I went from the rookie, and I'm ready. I'm waiting to be the pro one day.
You're on the path,
You know,
man. You're on
yeah.
the path.
So.
It is
But
interesting.
anyway, guys, I've said it again, but like can't thank y'all enough for the program y'all put together and the apps and everything. It's top notch, first class.
Thanks, man.
We really
Y'all,
appreciate it.
I know y'all put a lot of work into that. So I mean, that's really impressive too. Just like all the stuff and how you gradually get in. You don't jump into macros. You don't jump into calories counting and all that stuff. It's just kind of like, hey, start off. Start just eating this. Just eat a little cleaner, and you're probably gonna see a lot of pounds drop. And then, okay, now let's just look at your portions of your proteins and your starches and all that and your fats. And then, okay, I got that. Then it's like, okay, now let's see how many calories you actually put in your body. Like, let's start looking at that. And then it's like, okay, now let's start breaking down the fats and the carbs and the proteins. And then it's just not all in your face. And I know I've heard that before, but like I love that. And especially I was the workout guy or into nutrition, but even like my wife was like, you know all this stuff? And I was like, I guess I forgot it or what, but like it's, but anyway, it's a great how y'all come through and thought through it and everything. I mean, I don't know what else I would tweak really other than coming down on your prices.
Was it worth the dollar amount that you put in?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Good.
It was. So
Good.
I'm very
That's what,
happy.
yeah,
We
that's
got to
what
pay rate, man.
Hey, I get it. I
And like
get
you
it.
said, that's our livelihood, right? So it's like, and the other thing too, I think that's important about that. I know you're just being cheeky, so I don't mean to defend us, but think about it like this: had you paid half of what you paid us, would you have been as serious as you were?
Yeah, I don't know. I probably not, right? I get it. So, yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah. And we don't know either. But what we found is as we've raised our prices over time, the results have gotten better and better for the guys who
yeah,
come into our program. And I don't think
yeah,
that that's a small factor, because I think there's something real about a guy saying, okay, well, I put all that in. I'm going to make sure that I get out now, that I get the value from
yeah, yeah. You need skin in the game, man.
the skin of the game. It's important, man. It's part of the
Yeah.
transformation.
Well,
So,
and the other thing too, and we can wrap this up with this because I know we're pushing an hour here. time just flies when I'm looking into your eyes, Brandon. But number one, we really appreciate everything you just said about KT. Like, it is Sean and I's livelihood. It's Sean and I's life. Like, this is our life. Outside of, obviously, you know, wife, partner, kids, right? Outside of family. But other than that, like, this is Sean and I are like going to sleep thinking about KT almost every night. But we have an all-star team. Like, we have an all-star team who works with us at KT. And so I'm going to give you the opportunity, if you want, to take a moment and talk about your coach, Coach Ray.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, without the team that we had, there's no way we could do what we do. So
Yeah, no, Ray, man, I love you. You're a great he's a great person and a great family man, and he has passion for what he does, you can tell. And you know, the notes that he sends and everything is just, you know, thank you, Ray, for what you do. And I love seeing all the stuff that you do on Instagram, and I love reading as this team competition we're doing, just him motivating everybody. I just love it. I was a point guard, I was a captain, whatever. So I just love that leadership thing. And Ray, you got it. That's one thing that I also, we haven't talked about the school, like the community that you guys have. That's another thing I love. Like, I don't know half the guys, but like, honestly, the first thing I do after I work out in the morning, I post my deal, let everyone know I worked out. But like, I make sure I like every single person on that board until I get back to my last workout of yesterday. Because I want, like, they don't know me, but I want them to know that, like, someone's like saying, fucking good job. Like, you did it, you know? I see you. So, you know, everyone likes a heart or a like or something, whatever. So, but like this is, even though this is my community. And that's another cool piece, is that you just got other people that are doing the same thing, just kind of like, maybe someone needs that nudge, or maybe someone liked it, like, man, I needed that, like, or whatever, like, you know. So
yeah.
Anyway, the community thing's cool too, you know. So we didn't even talk about that, you know. So there's just so much, but
the hidden
like,
benefit of KT that most guys don't think they need or even want, but then they get in and they're like, oh shit, this is actually really great. I'm not alone anymore, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
it's cool, man.
But Ray, I love you, man. Thank you for all that you do. Yeah, you're the man. You're the man. Yeah, his hair's short and all this stuff. So
how dare he cut that beautiful green hair?
Yeah, no kidding. So he thinks I'm nuts what I do on Saturdays, but whatever.
No, you are. Nuts. You are nuts for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, KT's nothing without guys like you who go all in and follow the system. So thank you, truly, from the two random guys that you saw on Instagram. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. And dude, I thought, dude, the other thing, sorry to keep it going, but I was like, the other thing I was hesitating about, I was like, I'm about to send some money to some dude I've never met, and like on Instagram, I'm like, I had to I was like, dude, am I getting the, like, for energies, like the guy from Nigeria goes, I've got 1 million barrels of oil to sell you, and you know, whatever.
Am I getting catfished?
So I was like, shit, what? I was like, this is crazy.
We could do a whole episode talking about that right there, just the psychological aspect of that, because I think probably for every one of you, there's 9 other guys who don't choose not to because they feel those feelings and they're like, nah, it's too much. It's too heavy for me. And then they choose not to do it.
Right. Or guys just tell us that we're scam artists or whatever on our ads, but we're not. We're real people.
Yeah.
It's not AI.
Well, I hope to meet y'all in person sometime soon. Grant, I told you I am going to be in Phoenix during the Thanksgiving break. So if you're around, I've got some gunkles.
Some gunkles.
Yeah.
Some golfing.
We're going to play some golf as well as some basketball, it sounds like. Because now that I've learned your point guard, I mean, we got to get out. Got to get on the court.
Yeah, let's do it. I don't know if you ever want to come to the armpit of Houston and play, but I've got a nice course to take you to.
Do want to come to the armpit of Houston.
Yes, I do.
We'll work that off offline for sure.
Yeah. If we do the Murph, we got to do the Murph.
You got to do the Murph.
It's a must.
Yeah. All right, boys. Y'all be good.
Brandon, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Bye, buddy.
See y'all.
Ciao.